My rock drawing unit. I need to play with it more. How are you guys? Mike Gross here, rocking Guitar Lessons dude, and I haven't put one of these up for a while, advertising that I do teach guitar and bass on Skype. I've got students all around the world, been doing it for 5 years on the internet, transitioned in 2012. Prior to that, taught in tons of stores throughout Southern California. Seen them open, seen them close, seen them reopen, seen them close again. And that's what I've done since 1992. Started teaching at 22 years old and love it. I love my job. And I love it even more now because I can teach students around the world instead of just the city that I live in. Get to teach out of my studio here, the RGL studio. Some of my lessons I do while I'm on the toilet, in the bathroom. No, just kidding. But I have had some students do some lessons in some weird places, outside, in the basement, in the closet. No joke. I kid you not. But anyways, they're a lot of fun. Primarily the way I teach is, you know, I teach by what worked for me as a player. I'm not a schooled player. I don't hold a degree in music, didn't go to college and all that. As a matter of fact, didn't even get lessons, not formal lessons, of course, but, you know, tabs back in the 80s when I started playing, they just were kind of hard to find. You know, we had Guitar Player magazine that came out that would put tabs in them, and, you know, you can order the Doug Marks Metal Method and Starlicks, which I did order some of those, and those were very inspiring for me. You know, getting the Randy Rhoads one and breaking down the solos and stuff. But the funnest thing for me was, out of necessity, me wanting to learn so bad was, you know, figuring songs out on my own, trial and error. You know, I can't tell you how many times I sat down trying to figure out, you know, Mr. Crowley, the solo, and Bark at the Moon, and Crazy Train, and, you know, Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. A lot of fun, man. And it really, really developed my ear. And like I said, it was out of necessity. And fun work, you know. Of course, it wasn't even work then. You know, when you're 12, 13 years old, man, you first start playing guitar, and the rock music that's blaring at the time is players like Eddie Van Halen and Randy Rhoads and Malmsteen and Vi and all those players, man. I mean, Paul Gilbert. I mean, talk about inspiration. So there was tons of it out there, and just a awesome time for me to grow up playing. I feel real fortunate, you know. I didn't really grow up with the 70s music as far as my playing. Started playing, you know, 82. And so anyways, a lot of my students, actually a majority of them, what we like to focus on, or what they like to focus on, is learning songs, learning them the right way. There are tab sites, of course. You know, we live in such a different age now, where everything's accessible at your fingertips. You know, me being able to, you know, teach a student in Canada, and here I am in California, or teaching a student in France or England. I've got students all over the world, and it's fun, it's awesome. But you got to be careful what you grab out there. Of course, the more you attempt and just learn things, it's not like you're, doesn't automatically mean you're learning wrong, but there's, you can pick up bad habits. You know, anyone can just go on there and say, here's the song, here's how it goes. Not that you won't learn from it, but I'm just really a stickler about trying to get things accurate. And then from that, you know, I break things down with my students. And like I said, most of them like to get complete songs. We take our time. I make sure you're using the right techniques. Sometimes it's the way you pick something, or how you're holding your palm for a palm muting thing. muting, which comes from both hands. A lot of people don't realize that, but muting underneath strings and above strings, you know, to get rid of a string that you may hit. If it's muted, you're safe. If it's not, it's going to sound like a train wreck. But there's lots and lots of little ideas like that, and you don't find a lot of that, I don't think, with teachers on YouTube. I think that's important. So I really like to stick this stuff through the microscope, you know, and use the musical mind's eye and ear and dial it in and get it imparted to you. Now on Skype, they allow me to send videos. All my students do this, all the students that I have. I advise it and they're like, yes, and it makes sense because you're not going to remember all this stuff. Of course, you can take notes during the lessons. I have a few students that like to do that. That's totally fine. I offer 30 minutes and 60 minutes once a week, same day, same time. I have some students that do an hour every other week, but the idea is to get you at the same day, same time. My schedule's pretty packed, so getting you on a set schedule is really important. That time spot is yours. I reserve that for you, and it's just a month-to-month payment. Payments made to my PayPal account. Price breakdown, it's in the description. I'll just tell you really quick. It's $59 per hour, $39 per half hour, or if you pay for the month, which makes more sense, you save some money. It's $199 for the month for an hour once a week, or $109 for the month for a half hour once a week. Of course, you can take more lessons than you want. I've had some people do, you know, 2-hour lessons per week, and we space them apart. That's fine too. I don't suggest starting out taking that many, but there's always that option if I have the availability, of course, too. I'm Pacific Standard Time here in California. We may have a time zone difference. Things we can work on. Oh, and payment stuff I didn't mention. They're paid through my PayPal account, tvxpunk@aol.com. It's just an old band email I had when we had a website and stuff, merch for sale. So that's all you need. I don't know if you have to have a PayPal account. You didn't used to, and then I've heard people say that now you do. It's no big deal. Open a PayPal account. It's free. It's super easy. Plus, it's convenient to have. But I'm not too sure if you have to open up an account. You can do one in a matter of minutes. But I think when you're buying a service or merchandise, you don't have to have an account. It's simple either way. Money orders are an option. I've had a few students do that, not very often, but and then you're waiting in the mail to get it, blah blah blah. Just PayPal's so quick, convenient, and easy. But you know, I like to, like I said, show you the songs and or the solos in a way that are in bite-sized pieces that I call subgrouping. Taking something that's, you know, it could be this. It could be something like, this is something random. Or whatever. But solos are comprised of bits and pieces of scales, but it's what you do with them that really brings out the style. So all subgroups of them, if I were to teach you that, I'd probably start you with, we take 3 notes. Let's make sure everything's good. Make sure your whole step's good, that you don't get a unwanted pull off at the end of the bend. You know, make sure your pick direction's right. And we just build it note by note by note. It's the way to do it, man. It totally works. That's how I learned. And I just found it's a quick, effective approach to get the fastest results. Technique is another big thing that my students like to learn. I help students write songs. I don't like to necessarily write your songs for you, but I like to give you ideas, let you work with those ideas and learn them the way I show you it, and then tweak them and do your own thing. Love that. And I have a few students right now that are killer at that, man. I love it. And Skype lets me send up to 3-minute long videos, and I use those to recap the lesson. It's where you type in Skype, where you would talk back and forth to me, and it shows up in a little TV screen. You can right click it, save it to a folder, put it on your desktop, Lessons with Mike Gross. I suggest you do it. I've had 2 or 3 times in 5 years where my students went on to Skype, all their videos were gone. You know, a year or over a year worth of lessons. There's no way I'm going to remember everything I showed them. So it's good to keep a library of these things. You can work at them at your pace. You'll always have them. It's awesome. It just works out really good. You can even tab them out off the videos or whatever. But you know, techniques. Some just want to zero in on soloing. They feel like they're stuck in the pentatonic box, or some even don't even know what the pentatonic box is. They may play it and not know what it is. You know, there's 5 different shapes of the pentatonic scale, major and minor. Tons of scales, but I usually don't go deep into theory, and I do teach some theory where I think it's important, but I'm really a hands-on guy. I want to get you the results. We're busy, man, let's face it. It's a fast-paced world. I know how to get you the results you need. I've been doing it long enough. I am a professional, man. This is all I've done since 1992. Do the math. Actually, let's do it real quick. That would be 25 years. And that's just of teaching, you know. So I've found the things that tend to work better, get the results faster. Like I said, you know, if I was taking lessons from someone, that's what I would want, you know. I'm a pretty busy person. So, and I can adjust to the amount that you need. If you need a little more, then we'll just up it and work a little more and get more stuff in your lesson. If you like to go slow, an hour is a good route to go for that. You can ask more questions. But anyways, that's the basic gist of it. They're a lot of fun. And I haven't put up one of these video tutorials for a while. So if you're ready to take your guitar playing to the next level, learn some of these songs, learn them the right way instead of the 1,000 ways you're seeing and you don't know which one's correct, or you're not relating with your teacher or the guy teaching. You know, I can adjust and adapt. And just after hearing you play for 4 or 5 seconds, I'll know where you're at with your playing and where to take you. So maybe write a list of songs you want to learn, and we can start with the easiest one and then just go from there. I have some students want to focus on sweep picking or just tapping or pinch harmonics, and you know, tons of stuff we can do. So email me, rockingguitarlessons@hotmail.com, and let's get you set up on some lessons on Skype. You can look at a price breakdown by going to my website, rockingguitarlessons.com. Everything's updated there, or read in the description. I have it all the info in there as well too. Add me on social media, Facebook. You'd have to follow me. I'm at the 5,000 limit, so if you follow, it's the same thing. And please share my videos, guys. I really appreciate it. It'll only take you a second, and you know, I don't have 131,000 subs in 5 years because people haven't been helping me. You guys have been tremendous, and love you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for supporting me and getting me to where I got. I wouldn't be endorsed by Schecter or endorsing Schecter if it wasn't for you guys. So numbers do matter, and it's a different day and age we live in. All right. Also, right here in the corner, sign in really quick and subscribe. If you're a subscriber, of course, you can make requests for free lessons on my channel. That's all I ask, is you be a subscriber. And subscribe anyways, why not? You get the benefit. It's a very active channel. There's almost something being uploaded daily, man. That's how busy this channel is. It's insane. Appreciate you guys. Keep rocking. Hit me up and we'll get you going on some lessons. I have some other options, CVT lessons, CT lessons, and priority prepaid lessons. And you can read up on that too on my website, or just email me. Until next time, Mike Gross. Keep rocking. Thank you.